Hi everybody, I'm Marion. I'm one of your classmates. I'm doing my presentation today on global warming and how it affects our environment and our wildlife. I'm going to start with millions of years ago with there were warming trends and there were cold trends. But the interesting thing about ice ages is that it only took from 4 to 7 degrees rise in temperature to come out of an ice age. And it took 5,000 years. Mother Nature takes her time, but you know what? We don't. And in this century alone, we have raised our environmental temperature 0.7 degrees centigrade in just 17 years. And you're saying, well, what's not even a degree? It's hard to explain, but I will try to explain it to you. Here's a cup of water, which this morning I put in the microwave. It's room temperature, and I wanted to see how long it would take to boil. It took 44 seconds. Not very long, very little energy. I have a small hot tub. Well, I clean it out and I refill it, and I have to heat it up again from, I don't know, the temperature of the faucet water to 99 degrees. Well, that takes overnight at least, maybe more. So that's quite a difference. It takes a while, a lot more energy. Now, if I want to heat an ocean, just 1/2 of a degree centigrade, that's going to take an awful lot of energy. Awful lot of energy. And you know what? We haven't. We've been putting it in the air for years. All that energy is trapped in the air and it can't escape. And so we are warming up faster and faster and hotter and hotter. Here's excuse me. Here's a graph of global warming. There's supposed to be an arrow right there about what was the invention of the steam engine. The red line is carbon dioxide. The blue line is nitrous oxide. Is that what it's called? I can't remember. Nitrous oxide. Yeah. And the other one is methane, the one. But look at the 20th century, 21st century, what we've done. Or just in 200 years. It's just up and away and out of sight. That's a lot. That's a whole lot. Yeah, nitrous oxide. Excuse me. So, let me try to explain it some more. Let me tell you what, according to, let me stop a minute, just a second. According to livescience.com, just 1 degree rise in temperature centigrade can cause the following: 10% less rainfall in some areas with a corresponding 10% decrease in rainfall in other areas. 15% reduction in corn production in the United States. 400% more land area is burned by forest fires, wildfires, with that 1 degree rise in temperature. I don't know. I couldn't find out exactly why, but the scientists have the figures and the measurements, and that's a fact. It's happening. Well, and see, the heat is not distributed evenly all over. It's much hotter in the Arctic. In the Arctic and the polar ice caps are suffering the worst, and so are oceans. Now, I can't imagine the Arctic without polar bears and penguins and Arctic foxes and seals, whatever all they have there. And pretty soon if we don't start curbing our emissions, it's gonna happen. It may be too late for polar bears. I don't know. I don't want to know. So now I have a list of Earth'sEndangeredSpecies.com. And this is some of the species that, just in the United States, just a very few of them. There are a lot more than what I'm going to name here. They are endangered. Species, more than one, species of squirrels and rabbits, the gray wolf and the red wolf, seals and sea lions, pronghorn, desert bighorn sheep, albatrosses, woodpeckers, migratory birds. The four main flyways across North America, and they're dwindling. And besides that, the seasons are changing, and this is very drastic for these migrating birds, because the blooms in some parts of the world or the United States, when things start sprouting, are happening later in some parts of the United States and earlier in other parts. Now, birds have very strict internal clocks and regimens, and they go where they used to go and nothing's blooming and there's nothing to eat. Or they go in other areas and everything's already picked over and it's slim pickings. And it's bad for them and the breeding and the chicks that are born. And their internal clocks just go haywire. They don't know what to do. Trout are disappearing out of the streams. Now, I can't imagine these rainbow trout in these beautiful cold water streams in the beautiful woods in the United States dying out. It's like when polar bears, it's like a polar Americana. Polar bears, rainbow trout, and apple pie. They all go together, and it's going away. Other birds are, I said albatrosses and woodpeckers. Now, Canadian geese are off the endangered species list, and there's plenty of them. But I want to tell you what happened. What used to happen when I was a child, back in the 1950s, a long time ago. I can remember it was like an annual event. All these hundreds and thousands of Canadian geese flying over in flocks and wah, 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 making such a noise. It was really quite beautiful, but you couldn't hear yourself talk. And that's how many Canadian geese there were years and years ago. And what do you see now? You hardly ever see a flock of Canadian geese. And when you do, there aren't that many, maybe 20 or 30. I don't know. There certainly aren't thousands. So that's kind of sad. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but I got this list of endangered species from Earth'sEndangeredSpecies.com. Now, there's another site that's called Time.com, and it says that 700 species of bees in North America are disappearing. GreenhouseGlobalWarming.com said in their article that if we stop global emissions dead halt right today, then putting more these gases in the air, nothing would change for a long time. The oceans, it would take about 100 years for the oceans to lose all that heat. And the atmosphere, because it's like inertia, and it's moving, and you can't, like, take a very slow, long moving train and get in front of it and try and stop it. It's not moving very fast, but it's so long and so tremendous. And even though it's just moving a tenth of a mile an hour, it takes a lot of energy to stop it. You've seen how long it takes for those trains to stop, and they're forcing on the brakes. Anyway, that's what would happen if we stopped our emissions today. Now, there are some solutions to global warming, but mostly it has to be the nations of the world have to get together and cooperate and do something. There are solutions, but nobody wants to put them into motion because, big industry, they'll wait till tomorrow. They don't care. As long as they get their money. I guess I'm being a little negative. Because I'm an animal lover, and it makes me sad. It makes me sit up and take notice when I know all these animals are disappearing or in very much danger of disappearing. And the richer nations have to help the poorer nations. We have these, because we're all in the same boat. Just because if we stopped ours and they don't stop theirs, the world, the air, we're all going to breathe the same air and it's going to come around. And if we help them, we help ourselves. Also, every one of us has what we call a global carbon footprint. And that's the measure of the amount of energy that we as individuals use on a daily basis. Now, we all know what to do. We all know how to conserve and recycle. But there are a few things you might not know about. Try to wash your clothes in cold water. Try not to fly. That is the most air polluting amount of pollutants put in the air is by flying. And all those planes that take off every day. What else? Plastic bags are my pet peeve. I went to Walmart and I just refused, because I've been doing this paper. I bought cans of dog food and some other little things, and I didn't put them in a plastic bag. And I didn't have anything with me. I just brought them. I had a bag in the car and I put it in that bag. Because I'm not taking any more plastic bags. Because they never disintegrate. They never disintegrate. And paper, look at all the junk mail we get in paper. I was looking at paper shredders in Walmart just a little while ago, so I could shred the paper and take it to the Humane Society and let them use it in their cages. Another thing, and then we have to burn fossil fuels just to make the plastic bags and the cat's right in the window. And the squirrel's like that far away from the cat. And the cat can't get the squirrel, and the squirrel knows the cat can't get it. Anyway. So, plastic bags and paper bags, try not to. And the trees they cut down, the resources wasted. Try not to eat meat. One of the biggest harms to our environment is raising cattle, because you have to cut down trees and grow grass, and all these cattle have to graze. And the cat just attacked the squirrel through the window, and the squirrel didn't move. Okay. So try not to eat meat. And besides, why should we kill all those cows and eat them? It's kind of sad and cruel. We could just eat beans or peanut butter. I know I eat meat myself. I love meat. But every time I eat it, I feel guilty. I never buy it, but when I go out, sometimes I eat meat. I feel real bad about it. I'm going to make a concerted effort to I used to be a vegetarian until I met Herman, and we go out and eat all the time. And anyway, I'm going to try to be a vegetarian again. I forgot LED light bulbs. I bought a bunch of LED light bulbs today. They last forever. They last a long time, and they save you a lot of money. LED light bulbs in all your sockets, all your lamps. Turn off your computers, anything you're not using. So I guess that's my spiel on global warming and the environment. And I'm going to recite a silly little poem I wrote. Well, it's kind of cute. And it's about global warming. I know it by heart, but I'm afraid I'll get flustered. Okay. Since the dawn of global warming, all the world is transforming. Just 1/2 of 1 degree is too hot for land and sea. Industry, release your brew. Tons and tons of CO2. Spray it far and spray it high, so ecosystems go awry. The warmer air is in command. All the oceans must expand. Polar ice caps are disappearing. Polar bears, your end is nearing. So let's take command of this hot air and take environmental care. Mother Nature is begging you. Declare war on CO2. Thank you very much. I've enjoyed it. And I really look forward to seeing yours as well. Thank you very much. Good night.